G'day everybody, welcome back to the Friday Front Bar, brought to you by Brewery Fresh Carlton Draft here at the storied All Nations Hotel in Richmond. Sam Pang, Mick Malloy, Andy Marr back in town, and lovely to be here again, boys.
Great to be here.
Big week in football, mate.
The Tigers, you were cock-a-hoop last week. You were cocker. You were boring everybody in the pub about talking about Richmond slaying Carlton. Look what happened to it.
Beaten by the Bulldogs.
I blame Irene Chatfield. No, if it wasn't for her, there wouldn't be any Footscray in the competition, and the Tigers would have stormed into the 8.
Irene Chatfield.
Wow.
She took High Court action.
You could have gone with Peter Gordon, Julia Gillard.
No.
You could have gone with any of them, but you're going with Irene Chatfield.
Irene Chatfield has a lot to answer.
You're back where you belong anyway, the Tigers. Ninth.
Gone.
Back to ninth on the ladder already.
When do we play Carlton again? That's the one I'm looking forward to. There's 4 points in the bank.
It's been a big week of the Blue Daggers.
Yeah, it's been a big week.
Mickey
Yeah.
Moldhouse is going to coach through to the end of the season, irrespective of what happens. Mark Lecciuto, the president's come out and said that. And they've used the R word for the first time in the club's rebuild. They've actually joined, as of this week, they have joined the modern AFL. They have never embraced the modern AFL rules, and they have finally joined the competition.
They're going to need planning permission from the council for this rebuild. This will be one of the most massive rebuilds in the history of the competition.
There are plenty of positives at Carlton.
Oh, really?
You're right. Mick's there till the end of the season. We are currently above Geelong on the ladder. We have as many wins as Port Adelaide. And also, I've heard, it's the best draft in years. So, mate, forward thinkers.
You know, a little bit of a front bar. You know, a little bit of a front bar rumour going around.
You got a whisper?
I have got a whisper.
Here we go.
That Mick Moldhouse, you ready for this?
Ready.
He might actually get through to the record breaker in round 5 and then retire.
Okay, now, where are you hearing this?
I got a text message about it today.
From who?
I don't know.
Now, that's front bar gold. That's the way the front bar works.
There it is there, right? There it is. There's the text message. I got no idea whose number that is. And I asked her, who is this? And he wouldn't tell me, or she wouldn't tell me. But they said, good authority, Blues coach retiring round 5, breaks coaching record retires. There you go.
Okay, well, lock it in.
And I said, who is this? I said, look, the news continues to be positive. We're moving forward in all directions. We know Levi Casbolt's got some talent, but unfortunately he kicks it like Earl Sporting in the early days, and we finally got a kicking coach down at Carlton sorting that, which I think is fantastic.
Has the club ever employed a kicking coach? It's not Auskick. We're playing AFL football. Is there a precedent for this?
It's not Auskick, but Carlton are currently playing the same rules as Auskick. No, Sav Rocker is our new kicking coach.
So this guy here is your new kicking coach.
That's unfair.
Okay, here he is from a distance, and let's just check it. No. He's still better than Levi Casbolt.
You know that sums up Carlton at the moment. We've employed a kicking coach who's been playing NFL punting. He's been playing NFL for the last 8 years. Yeah. So by the end of the year, Levi Casbolt may not be able to kick a drop punt, but his hang time is going to be 4 or 5 seconds.
That's not my biggest problem down there at Carlton. I need you to explain to me Juddy's man cave.
We're down here in the man cave, getting ready to do the Judd takeover session. Looking forward to answering all your questions. We've got all the cave essentials. We've got the pool table, the bar, footy awards, we've got the telly which we can watch the races on as well.
What's a David Jones rug all about?
What is going on? What are the antlers?
You think they're antlers, they're actually Juddy's original shoulders. And why wouldn't you mount them?
Maybe he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, well that's perfect because Mick Moldhouse is as old as Alfred.
The biggest black mark from round 2 was a couple of incidents at the Bulldogs Richmond game, the homophobic slur against Alex Rance and the racial vilification thing with Lynn Johns.
And they were dealt with pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You have credit where credit's due. The AFL have been very strong on this stuff. The fact that the crowds are dobbing in other players is a great thing.
You're right, because Mickey, you say how it's come a long way in terms of how we deal with these things. Because this is a fact. This is according to the AFL Encyclopedia of Players. The first ever Chinese footballer to play in the AFL was named Wally Kuchu. Right. What's funny about that?
What year? I'm just laughing at him. What year was his?
1908.
Yep.
1908.
He played 4 games for Carlton in 1908. He kicked 2 goals. Yeah. Carlton could do with those 2 goals right now. And he played 4 games for Carlton in 1908. And at the time, there was a Carlton member who tore up his ticket because he didn't want a Chinese player playing for Carlton. So it's come a long way from 1908 to now where, like you said, things are just getting better.
Now, how did you go? Because you played at the top level. And when I say top level, well, let's clear this up so there's no confusion. You played 102 games for Collingwood?
Collingwood.
I played 14 games for Collingwood in the under-19s, right, as a permanent forward. I kicked one goal. I can't believe they didn't keep me on the senior list. And
We've gone backwards since Wally Coochoo, haven't we?
Yeah. But I'm. Many people argue that I'm the third greatest Chinese footballer of all time. But
who's second?
Oh, Les Fong.
When did Les Fong play?
Les Fong played.
Les Fong's a legend.
Les Fong played
a WA legend.
Les Fong played 300 games in the Waffle.
Legend.
Actually, to be honest, his brother Neil was probably better than me as well.
I'm confused, and I wanted to explain to me how punishing a team is the right way to deal with a guy who's had a few beers on a Friday afternoon before a Sunday game. I don't understand. Well, okay, it doesn't matter, mate. He had career best figures, 32 touches. He was Geelong's best player, and he didn't go out last week and play, and they got whooped. How is punishing a team helping educate a player?
Well, as a general rule, if you have more pots than possessions, you don't usually get to play the next week.
Well, he's had a few then, hasn't he?
I'm with you though. You know, as a fan, if a player is playing well, I don't really care what they do during the week. I want them to play. So the fans are getting penalised for that. For instance, for Carlton supporters, we'd love it if a player could get 33
Games
possessions.
come a long way.
I happen to know because I went to Captain Blood's funeral. He had a similar incident happen to him when he was captain coach of Richmond and they were in a premiership. I forget which actual year it was. But two players turned up drunk to training that week. And he absolutely ripped through them. And he said, listen, he said, if I catch any player drinking before the grand final, you are out. I don't care who you are. You're done. So anyway, at about 10 o'clock on the Thursday morning, Captain Bloods wandered into the London Tavern down the road here to have a beer. And as he's walked in, he's seen his two best players sitting at the bar. Do you know what he did? Snuck out before they saw him. so he didn't have to drop them. And I went, yep, times have changed.
Last week we mentioned game day experience and fan engagement and all that. Love what Geelong did on the weekend. They've really spruced it up. Have a listen to this.
Welcome to the club, Reece Stanley.
So every time they kick a goal down at Kardinia Park, out comes the roar, the wild scream of a big cat.
You know what they should do? They should play it every time Motlop finishes a pot. There it is.
What a load of, I mean...
I've never heard of anything like this ever before.
What if someone actually gets attacked by a large cat in Geelong? People won't know what to do.
Mickey, I don't think it's live. I think it's a recording. They don't have a giant cat at the ground, is there?
Why don't they just release a puma every time Geelong kick a goal?
While we're speaking about Geelong, Bomber Thompson, their old coach, premiership coach, has moved into the commentary box. Expert comment for Fox Footy, and I think the transition has been seamless.
There's three players, Dwayne, around Tommy. Was it Tommy Lonergan or Harry? Yeah. But where's his support? Look at the two blokes out the back, Taylor, the young one, Views and Blickcast. So, not good enough.
Not good enough. Not good enough. When you're doing expert comments and you don't know the players' names, not good enough.
This is what round 3 looks like. Some fantastic games. Adelaide taking on Melbourne. The Crows just flying there.
Yep.
Taking on you'll be 1 and 2 after this.
Oh no, that's us.
It might be the game of the round. Hawthorn, the Western Bulldogs down in Tassie. You know that?
Tigers
Might
softened
not
up
be.
the Bulldogs.
False sense of security.
Here's a game, Collingwood versus St Kilda.
Big
5
game.
years ago, this was a grand final. They played twice
Fortunate
in the space of a week for the Chockies. It's been a big fall from grace for both these clubs. Collingwood I worry about. I think they've lost their marbles. Here's Pendlebury throwing the ball. First I was alarmed when I saw that. And I thought, you know what? They practice this.
Mate, what are you
And
talking
they
about?
have for some time. I've dug out this archival footage of Collingwood training. They, I believe, at the time were legitimate disposals. So,
It's good to know where Bucks has got his game plan. The other game, boys, is Sydney taking on Greater Western Sydney. Battle of the Bridge.
That's
right. Battle of the Bridge or Battle for the Bridge?
Battle of the Bridge, I think.
It should be battle for the living allowance. That's what it should be.
Can I say something? I watched Buddy Franklin live last week. I was at the Port game. Do you know what? He doesn't get enough credit for some of the work he does on the ground, off the ball. It is seriously. He runs, he tackles.
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, poor Buddy. He signed a 9-year deal for $10 million. He's playing with a top team. He's
married a
handsome.
supermodel.
He's married a supermodel. Yeah.
You're upset about
When's
it.
Buddy going to get a break?
I'll tell you what's going to be interesting. Sunday down at Kittinia Park. Gold Coast Suns go down there. Geelong 0-2, Suns 0-2. All hell breaking loose up at the Gold Coast Suns. I mean, depending on who you're speaking to up there, no one's speaking to anyone. The coach doesn't speak to the best player. Don't know when he's going to be playing next. He's out indefinitely.
That is true. I've heard there's been it's had a big impact in the Brownlow betting. He's now up to $1.75.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're taking this real seriously.
Very seriously.
There is problems down at the Suns. I'll tell you who's onto it. That's Barry Hall. Have a listen.
Been a fantastic performance from the Kilda Footy Club. Not so much from the Gold Coast Suns' point of view. I'd hate to be in those rooms as a player. They'll be getting their pants pulled down at this stage.
I wish we had some footage of that, but it has.
Rodney Eade is an old school coach.
Yeah, but clearly the Gen Y types in the modern game don't appreciate that sort of behaviour.
Rodney Eade is old school. I love it when he blows up. That's my favourite part of the week. There was steam in that commentary box. It looked like a Turkish steam house. he should just turn up wearing nothing but a towel and sit in the coach's box.
Based on what Barry Hall said, you were on the money. It does sound like a Turkish steam house.
I think there could be a jealousy involved. I think Gary Ablett's a bit jealous of Rocket's hair.
Could he?
You know, the side bits? Because Gary can't do that.
That's just about it for us. Another edition of Friday Front Bar, proudly brought to you by Brewery Fresh at Carlton Draft here at the All Nations Hotel. Lovely to be here again, boys, and we'll see you same time next week.
You guys are great. Cheers.